Singapore's jobs growth has slowed. That's according to the Manpower Ministry's preliminary data for the second quarter. The unemployment rate for Singaporeans has inched up, while there were fewer layoffs in the same quarter. Here's Eugenia Lim with more.
In its latest labour market report, the Manpower Ministry says the data suggests that employers are being more cautious when hiring. There were just 4,000 jobs created in Q2, which was less than half compared to Q1, as the manufacturing and retail trade sectors declined. Job growth has been slowing since the third quarter last year. A recruitment agency agrees with the ministry's assessment about hiring.
We do observe that the recruitment life cycle is taking longer than normal. That means that companies are more cautious and more deliberate in terms of who they are looking to hire. They are more cautious in terms of the short list of candidates that they want to see. There may be more rounds of interviews. There could be additional peer interviews.
Singapore's overall unemployment rate remained unchanged at 2.2%. The unemployment rate for citizens and residents nudged upwards in the past quarter amid a weaker GDP growth estimate of 0.1% on year. It's Singapore's lowest economic growth in a decade.
The performance is quite uneven, and in some sense this is to be expected in some of the sectors that are related to manufacturing, particularly those that are trade related, also related to electronics. There is some weakening.
Even with uncertainties stemming from the US-China trade tension and Brexit, fewer people were retrenched in the past 3 months.
The full brunt of poor economic performance hasn't actually hit the labour market yet. So the labour market is actually reacting with a lag. The other explanation, the labour market has been making small adjustments over several years already. In my opinion, looks like it's much better able to absorb the negative shocks of the poor economic performance.
As hiring is more subdued, the Manpower Minister says job seekers must be agile, especially if their previous roles were restructured.
What we can do at this point in time is to work with the job seekers, also encourage them to have a more flexible approach, meaning that sometimes the opportunities may exist in other occupations, in other job roles or in other industries, and how we can best help them to transit into these new roles. I think that should be the focus.
Experts say there will be employment opportunities ahead. They believe as Singapore pushes its industry transformation agenda, jobs may be created in areas where innovation is taking place and in the digital space.